guys, it's Zolva here, and I'm back with another guide video, but this time it's a 2-in-1 special. I'm going to cover the brand new elemental limited creatures, the Halaqual and the Gnolrok. So sit comfy and keep watching to know everything there is to know about these creatures so you can become an expert. Both of these species are available exclusively in the limited gacha, which costs 2,500 shrooms per roll. As always, if you're having no luck getting both of them from the gacha, you can always head over to the trade realm and purchase the species that you haven't got from another player. Alternatively, you can either get nested by another player, purchase a stored creature from the trade realm, or buy a stored adult creature from the shroom shop. In the shroom shop, a stored Gnolrok costs 5,250 shrooms, and a stored Halaqual costs 1,125. With prices like those, I would recommend you just save your mushrooms, and if you want a stored, just go and buy one from someone in the trade realm for significantly cheaper. Or just buy the species. So now that that's out of the way, I'll start with my favourite, the Halaqual. The Halaqual is a tier 3 omnivorous flying creature which resembles an amphitheater dragon. This creature has no legs and relies on its sheer speed and agility in the air to survive. Of course, I immediately turned it into a parrot, so feel free to take inspiration if you want to create a parrot Halaqual of your own. Male Halaquals have extra chin fur, and females do not have the extra chin fur. This is a huge tier 3. It is massive. The body is super long and slender, with the huge wings making this creature appear disproportionately large. The Halaqual is designed to be the element of air, and so it is very sleek and aerodynamic. Without exaggerating, I love everything about this creature. The design is gorgeous, the animations are great, and the way it moves when you play is very, very nice. I think the thing I love most about this creature isn't how it looks, but how fun it is to fly around. The Halaqual is the fastest flying creature to exist in the game at the moment, and so zipping around at high speeds is really enjoyable. The in-game description for the Halaqual reads, "The Halaqual is a soft and sleek flyer. Its thin wings are built perfectly for cutting through strong winds and soaring long distances." Unlike the size of this creature, the statistics are very fitting for a tier 3. It has 3,200 health, 250 damage and 160 stamina. The flight speed of the Halaqual is the fastest in the game at 35, which even beats notoriously fast creatures like Hoshaiki, Pero and Bizu. However, because it is so fast, it has to be so light, so it has a pretty low weight of 1,800, and so it won't deal a full 250 damage to heavier creatures. It takes only 28 minutes to fully grow, and it is an omnivore. It has no bleed or poison, but it does have its own special unique ability called Area Wind Blast, which can be used by pressing Q on your keyboard. This ability boosts your speed by 50% and nerfs any nearby creature's speed by 50%. This ability lasts for 30 seconds, and it's a great ability to use when trying to escape an attacker, as it makes you faster and makes them slower. I wouldn't really recommend you fight using this creature, as it is incredibly slow on the ground, has no bleed or poison, and has no breath. It gets crushed like a little bug if you are not careful, and it is incredibly susceptible to bleed and poison. But if you're like me, you're probably gonna try and fight with it anyway, so here are some PvP tips that I can share with you. I have died so many times as the Halaqual, and the method which didn't get me killed is to stay in the air. Take advantage of your speed and raw damage output. Try your best not to land when in combat and stay brushing the surface just above the ground, but be careful not to crash and land accidentally. You are so much faster in the air than on the ground, so circle your opponent and dive bomb onto them quickly, attack and pull back up. Try not to get predictable by changing where you swoop in. I'd also recommend you stick to picking fights with fellow tier 3s or below. And if things do get too risky, use your Q ability and zoom away to heal. Also, be careful of Bone Break and Earthquake abilities, because you are doomed if you can't fly. I do feel that this creature is desperately missing a breath ability, so if you have a dragon plushie, equip that to give this speedy little guy the haunt breath, which should help you hunt down food when bushes are not available. Also, it does take some practice as the hitboxes are super finicky when you are speeding through the air trying to attack people. Spam click when you want to fly by and attack someone, as half the time you will probably completely miss. So that concludes the first part of my guide, so please leave a like and maybe even subscribe if you're enjoying this video so far. Now it's time to move on to the big lad himself, the Gnolrok, who is a beefy tier 5 herbivore. This creature looks like a big rock golem, and much like the Halaqual, it's missing most of its limbs. The Gnolrok is made entirely of stone and has 2 huge front limbs which stomp down when it walks. The animations really perfectly capture the weight of this creature, as every time it moves, its body tremors with the mini shockwave impact every time its legs hit the ground. Once again, I made a scarlet macaw, and as for gender differences, female Gnolroks have no spikes on their chest, whereas male Gnolroks do. The in-game description reads, Gnolrok are large, lumbering, golem-like creatures. They lack any hind limbs and traverse their stomping grounds with dense and heavy forearms coated in a thick layer of stone. The statistics for this tier 5 titan are beefy too. They have 8,500 health, deal 240 damage, and have a weight of 90,000. They also have a very slow walk speed of 23 and a slow run speed of 42. And trust me, this creature is so slow it will make you age as you try and make your way to the oasis, and you will probably starve to death before you can find food. It does have a breath called Rock Breath, which is a short-range attack which inflicts damage and has a 25% chance of breaking bones. To compare it to the Grammos, this creature is kind of like a slower and weaker Grammos with a cool rock breath. The Gnolrok has a higher health pool and has a breath attack, but the Grammos has higher weight, higher damage output and is faster, so do not attempt to kill any Grammoses with this thing. To fight using the Gnolrok, you basically just point and click. However, bear in mind you aren't as strong as you think you are, and you can't escape a fight because you are very slow, so be careful who you pick a fight with. This creature would not make a very good kill on sight creature because of how slow it is. Also, since it is a herbivore, you can't pick up everything, and so many creatures will simply just run or fly away. Make good use of your breath and stay in enclosed spaces where you fight, so creatures need to get close to you to attack. This makes it hard for them to dart in and out and gives you a chance to attack them before they fly or run away. So, what do you think of these 2 new limited creatures? Which one is your favourite? Please leave a comment down below if you are Team Halaqual or Team Gnolrok. Personally, I am Team Halaqual. If you found this guide useful, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. But before I end this video, a huge thank you to my Ko-fi donators, Etty, Catwitch, and a huge thank you to the Lost Keymaker for donating twice. I honestly can't thank you guys enough, so thank you so much for your support. If you want to be featured at the end of my videos and get a unique Discord role and perks, please check out my Ko-fi linked in the description. Well, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. Until my next video, stay safe, but most importantly, stay funky.